Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan Benner. I'm the Sports Information Director at Manchester University, host institution for this year's Final Four. I'm joined here by Elmhurst head coach John Baines and members of their team. And Coach, I'll start with you. Defensively, both on the boards and just in transition, you alluded to it yesterday. Keys for success for your team was to be really locked in defensively and get out in transition, and you guys were able to do that today. Just talk about your cohesion on that end of the floor.
Yeah, we brought a ton of energy. And I felt like game plan wise, our guys did a great job of following through on their best players and their shooters, and then we got on the glass. I think we won the first half by 11, and then and then when Shriver went down, I think that really gave us a huge advantage in there. And when we can pull boards, we can get out.
And now I'll open up the floor for questions for Coach of the student athletes. Bob.
Coach, just wanted to ask you about the game from Dominic Genco. I thought he hit big baskets and big moments. Just talk about his play today.
I've said it so many times, it's getting old, but he's a starter. He's a all-league level starter that we have an embarrassment of riches in terms of our talent level, and he's coming off the bench, and he is playing unbelievable basketball right now. I mean, last weekend he was our MVP, and it really helps, Jake also, because Jake plays with the ball a lot, and now Dom takes it. When you have a threat with the ball and you can move Jake off the ball, it's really a two-headed monster.
Yeah, Coach, when you and I were talking earlier this week, we mentioned the comebacks that you guys had needed to win your first 3 games. Tonight, that wasn't the case at all. Was that something you guys were conscious of thinking about, especially coming out of the half?
Yeah, I was working in the mirror, taping my halftime talk, and then I gave it at the beginning, and then that's what we went with. These guys did it on their own. They had a lot of focus coming here, and one of the hardest things to do coming is to remember there's 2 basketball games included with it, and there's a lot going on, and I thought our guys did a great job of enjoying the experience of getting here and then tuning it out and playing a basketball game.
You held Wabash to 28 points below its season average tonight. What was the key to that? And was that, how can I say, did that help set up the offense and make it a little bit better when you held them with such a low shooting percent?
Yeah, it was a team thing, but you got a guy right down here, Wes Hooker, he can guard anybody. He guarded Morrison from Calvin, he guarded Johnson from Mary Hardin. And, I mean, he's guarding the best players in the nation, and he's going to have another one tomorrow. So we got to give him some rest.
Carl.
Yeah, Wesley, on that note, efficient game, chipped in on the offensive end as well, but what did that scout look like for you going in, knowing that you had to guard one of the nation's top scorers?
Like Coach said, leading up, I guarded 2 of the best players probably I played in college. So just me mentally, it's sort of like a personal thing with me. I don't want to allow anybody to get off and score 30, 40 points on me like they do to other teams. It's sort of personal that I take. And I know the offense going to come. I got these guys right here. They're going to handle the offense really, so I'm going to just do my job and lock in and defend the best player. And then, the rest will speak for itself, really. So.
Kevin.
For any of the guys, talk about how it felt to play in front with the lead the entire game, as opposed to coming from behind the last 3. I know, Jake, you were talking about that after the Mary Hardin-Baylor game. Is this what you're looking for to play a full 40 minutes from start to finish here?
I mean, definitely having the lead the whole game is huge as far as morale, confidence. When there's not much adversity, it's obviously easier, but I think having those last few games definitely gave us another side of character to this team that we really hadn't been through. So I thought that was huge.
Right here, Brent.
Coach, Wabash they're known for making runs in games, and you think they cut it down to about 11 or something like that, but your kids didn't waver one bit, and you didn't allow them to get back in the game. That'd be a huge thing to take from this.
Yeah, we have an experienced group. I think it's part of it, and we've played in a lot of these games where guys make runs. You expect it. I think the biggest thing was every huddle was pretty much we got to stop fouling. We got to stop fouling. I think Wabash, everybody sees the threes, but they get to the line so much, and if you can limit that, and at the end of the first half, we were fouling them a little bit, and then we went in at halftime and said, we've got to play without our hands, and I think that helped because they weren't stringing together 3 or 4 possessions where the clock stops and they're on the line.
Okay, Bob.
John Levon got his second foul, I think it was like 12:30 in the first half. Talk about your post depth after he had to go to the bench.
Yeah, Jonathan Zapinski's not sitting up here, but he's a really good player. We went 8 deep for the most part tonight, and Bryce Drews gave us huge minutes. He was all over the glass, and the thing I was talking to Coach Schauer from Wheaton, and I said, the thing that I noticed from 2 years ago when we played Wabash to now, because I went back and watched that film a little bit, is the overall depth of our team is incredibly better. And back 2 years ago, Wes Hooker was a freshman and Zapinski was a freshman, and Dom had just transferred in. And now these guys are 2 years more veteran, and we still have Levon and we have Jake and we have Jay Militello, but those guys have just progressed, and we got a lot of good players.
Yep.
Yeah, Coach, another one for you, but coming in, the confidence, obviously this is the program's first trip to the Final Four. How important was having that experience to, having you guys come in and be able to really embrace the moment and not, it wasn't too big for your guys, obviously.
Can I tell the story? I told him a story. I try not to talk about myself. And when I went to the national championship game, these guys weren't born, so they don't even care. So what I did say to him is, I remember this. We went the year before and we got third, and it's a great experience. And then the next year, I just happened to be sitting in the shuttle bus with Coach Bridges, and I said, Coach, we're back. We get back, and he goes, John, the difference between second, third, and fourth is nothing. All great seasons, but the difference between 1 and 2 is incredible. And I put it on these guys. I said, nothing we can do coming here is going to diminish what a great season we've had. We had won the tourney. We've gone on a run. This is incredible. I mean, it's a great season. But there will be, I don't go back for my 20th reunion for the third place game, honestly. I go back for the big ring. And I think I put it on these guys that we wanted to give it a run at the 2 games.
Yep, Kevin?
Question for Dom. You came in at the end of the regular season averaging about 10 points a game. In the tournament, it's now probably about 16 or so in these 5 games. What's been the big difference over these last 5 that's really got your offensive game going here?
Yeah, I would say my teammates have really found me in good spots. We've all been playing together, and I've just been kind of hit a groove throughout this tournament, and I've just been playing really comfortably.
Ryan?
You guys sat out there and watched the whole first game. You got less than 24 hours. What are your thoughts? What are you looking forward to?
Bryce, I'll let you get on that. You can answer that question. You take it first.
So we're excited for it. When we're playing our best basketball, we're just as good, if not better, than anyone else in the country. So, I'm excited to be playing our best basketball at the best time. So we're ready to give them a good game.
Wes, anything to add to that?
Wait, well, can you repeat the question?
What do you think about Randolph-Macon? What are you looking forward to tomorrow? What are your thoughts?
I think they're the #1 ranked team in the country or something like that. But, it's just fun playing these type of games against great competition. They're a great team. We saw their game. They played very well. So I think with us, it's just, we're also a great team. So we're just going to battle it out and see who come out on top. Really excited.
Alrighty, any more questions for Coach? One question here.
For Jake, for you hit a couple of big threes there in the first half. Did you feel like that was really the point when you guys started to really gain some traction offensively and be able to pull away from Wabash? Was there a particular point in time when you really felt things started to click on all cylinders for y'all on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I mean, definitely when shots are falling, that's great. But we can also do that in different ways, whether I'm getting in the paint and finding guys or really however, whether we're creating turnovers and we're running in transition and getting layups. I think we have numerous ways of getting out on those runs like that. So.
Alrighty, thank you, gentlemen. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,